Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 21 of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on Anime King 2 of What If Naruto was created from nature energy, and enjoy that guys. And also over on Anime King, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto was trained by Shao Kahn, so go ahead and enjoy that guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, and yes, I do have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post to one every single day for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode start? The intro. So, the last spot we left off, as Kat and her squad was on duty, when something was coming towards them fast, she made a few hand signs as she alerted a few others, as their tattoos started to burn. But whatever it was, it broke through all the defenses, before it was slowed down by a series of jutsus, as they were surprised to see that it was none other than Naruto. As he was surrounded, Yujiro was really pissed off. After all, Hana and Kurenai were her best friends. So seeing him here, as she told him that he was under arrest for the crimes he committed against the Leaf. But Naruto egged them on like he was gonna fight until Jiraiya arrived and told him to cut it, as he shouldn't be starting unnecessary problems. The group was confused until Jiraiya explained that he was with the Leaf, as everything will be explained later on. So with that, Naruto returned, only for him to be knocked straight out of the Hokage's tower as he crashed into the wall. Tsunade had warned him that he would pay. She had warned him. And now that he was here, he did pay, as he returned back along with Jiraiya and the others. Sasuke was a bit too demanding of Tsunade, who was really not liking his attitude. But Naruto had something in mind, so he tied Sasuke to the lamppost, as he sealed away his chakra and left him up there. Sasuke was cursing as he swore that he was going to kill Naruto, as he returned back to the office. As they spoke, as Naruto then made his way off to see Karen, and she was okay. As she asked him if he was the one that was okay, even though she had just been through a lot. As Naruto simply smiled and told her that he was fine. So with that, he brought her back home, as his compound was off limit to anyone, seeing that these seals prevented anyone from getting in there. So with that, he let her rest, as she was still quite tired from her procedure, as Teiwa and Shigetsu was really pissed off along with Kin, given the fact that Naruto had left them outside and the seals wouldn't let them enter, as Naruto woke up some hours later apologizing to them, as the group was pissed off at him, but he let them enter, as they became citizens of Konoha. Sakura went down to help Sasuke, as Sasuke apologized for what he did. Sakura was confused as Sasuke was acting all different, as he realized that Naruto changed him more than he thought, as he hugged Sakura. But something happened, as he started to remember about Emiko, as he took in Sakura cherry blossom smell, as it was just so intoxicating. And something happened as Sakura looked down, shocked, as she had moved out of her parents' house because she thought that she was old enough to have a place of her own. Going on missions, she could definitely afford it, as she invited Sasuke to stay, which he gladly accepted. But she was so nervous she accidentally fell, but Sasuke caught her, as something just happened between them. It was like a moment of passion, as they started to kiss each other. We then had a time skip, as Naruto was making his way, when he got bumped into by Asuma. Asuma was pissed off, more angry than before as he attacked Naruto. As Naruto put him down, he did not kill him, but he did knock him down hard, and told him if he ever tried it again, he'd leave Shinobi or not, he would kill him. As Naruto made his way towards Uncle, who attacked him instantly, he took all the hits before he grabbed her and forcefully put her down. As he was not going to leave until she forgave him, no matter what. She was pissed off, but she was at least happy that he got rid of the damn snake, and not to mention he got rid of her curse mark, so she was still angry at him though, as she would not forgive him that easily. As Naruto told her that it doesn't matter what she did or said, he would always be here for her, and after all it was a mission. He said that he was going to talk to Kurenai, but she told him not to, as Naruto was confused about that. Things with Kurenai hasn't been easy, she said, as Kurenai had changed a lot, but Naruto was adamant on going there. Shinobi had been watching the beatdown of Asuma as he reported back to Danzo, who had plans. As for Kurenai, as she allowed Naruto to enter, as Naruto saw her, only for her to slam the door behind him. He looked around towards her, as she had this look on her face, as he held out his hand so that he could explain to her. So yeah guys, that's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across to the place and check it out for yourself. And also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was created from nature engine. Enjoy that guys. And also over Anime King, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto was streamed by Shalkong, so go ahead and enjoy that guys. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say we get this new episode on the road? The beautiful ray of sunshine shine through the cracks of the curtains as they shine upon the young couple in the room. Sasuke's eyes were suddenly opened by the sunlight as it hit him directly in the eyes as he squirmed a bit, as he blinked several times to clear his vision, before he stretched, only to feel someone squirm next to him. As he looked down towards the pink head, there she was, in nothing. The both of them had fell asleep. It turns out that it was Sakura's first time. It would have been his as well if Naruto hadn't sent Emiko his way. She had confessed to him last night that she was saving herself for him. It was then that Sasuke truly realized how horribly he has been to her, just leaving that night, not caring about her feelings. Sasuke couldn't understand what was happening to him. As Naruto had said it before, he was becoming more like him. Well, in certain areas. Well, when it comes towards being socially awkward, but that was not the key there. He was more reliant on people's feelings. He didn't know that if it was the couple of years spent with Naruto and almost dying several times in their training to make him realize killing Itachi was one thing, but what would he do after that? As Sasuke was having a life epiphany, realizing that yes, what would he do after killing Itachi? It's not like he didn't want to still kill the man, but what was he gonna do afterwards? Would he just swallow in pity and dive even deeper in the darkness? A part of him didn't want that because something has awoken inside of him. As Naruto was right, he liked sex. It was weird to say out loud, but he liked it. But that was not the whole thing. He actually liked being with Sakura. Last night was magical. He still remembers his time with Emiko because that was his first time, but tonight just felt right for some reason. Like some all-seeing god out there was making sure that he fell for Sakura. He just couldn't explain it as he looked towards her as she cuddled into his side. As he really felt regret on just leaving her like that. But she had forgiven him. But that didn't mean that he still didn't want to kill Itachi. But Naruto was right. He had to have other priorities. Speaking of the blonde, you wonder where was he right now? Meanwhile, at Kurenai's apartment, the place was trash, as there was a broken lamp. The couch was slashed open, like someone had gotten to the kunai. There was burn marks on the wall, as there was many things knocked over and turned over, leading straight towards the bedroom, where the door had literally been ripped off the hinges. In the bed was lying one, Naruto Uzumaki. There was blood on the sheet. He had healed up quite well, but it still hurt like a bitch. Next to him was the one, prone naked form of one Kurenai UI. He must say, the girl was really a beauty. Lying down beside him like this, he could only admire the female form once again. Things that went crazy last night. Flashback. As Naruto stepped in the house. Look, Kurenai, he said. I know you must be mad, but let me... Naruto duck! As the knife embedded in the wall. He looked back towards the knife. He turned to dodge a fist that nearly slammed into his face. As he jumped back, she picked up the lamp and threw it after him. He ducked once again as it broke in the wall. Kurenai, said Naruto, at least let me talk first, and then you can decide if you want to kill me or not. She pulled out two kunais and tossed them towards him. As Naruto jumped on the couch, she jumped as she sliced, nearly cutting him in half, tearing the couch open. As Naruto started to move back, she threw everything after him. She started to go through hand signs. Are you crazy? We're in your house, said Naruto. But she didn't seem to care as she launched a miniature fireball jutsu towards him. It burned the wall as Naruto leaped away. He moved towards the door as he shut it behind him. He realized that he was in her bedroom. Uncle was right. She was a bit more pissed than he thought. Naruto was thrown back as the door was kicked off the hinges. As she stepped in, there was this murderous aura around her. A feeling of dread and death, and it was all directed towards him. It wasn't like he could not subdue her, because he could, but he'd feel like she deserved to take out her wrath on him for not saying a single word to her after her confession back then. But then again, it was gonna hurt. He closed his eyes. To her, he couldn't even say worse as she slammed into him. He felt himself hit the wall with a vicious slam as she slashed at him with her nails. She wasn't even saying anything to him. She was just in this primal state as she threw him towards the bed. He slammed right in the sheets as a bit of his blood got on the sheet. She jumped right on top of him before she pulled her fist back as she dropped it right beside his face. As Naruto blinked when he felt something dropping on him, it was water. As Naruto looked up to see her ruby red eyes, there was tears. As her two hands was to the side of his face, and her tears fell on his face, she was crying. Kurenai, shut up, she said. How could you? I'd never been so open with someone before. And yet I allow myself to fully confide my feelings into you, but you left. I understand that you were on a mission. I understand that point very well. It was your duty, and it was a secret mission given to you by the Hokage. But from what she has recently announced, you also came back to the village several times. I understand not telling most people. I even understand just trusting the Hokage, but why would you allow me to think that you did this? I told you everything. I told you I was old enough to make my own decisions, so don't make them for me. But you just left. A part of me understands your duty as a shinobi of Konoha, but the other part just can't seem to understand why would you just left. Leave me in this miserable state, like you don't care. You're right, said Naruto. I did left. I know I did something horrible. I know there is no excuse, but before, there was no one I had to answer. Before I did what I want, to who I want. I told you this before several times, I was never really a good guy. But you, and several other individuals, but you exactly. You saw past that, you did not care one bit. And you chose to confide your feelings into me. And yet I had to go and stomp on them, reverting back to my old self, and for that, I'll probably never forgive myself, because indeed I feel horrible. As Naruto was talking to her, he was lying because, on the inside, He truly and absolutely felt nothing because of what happened to him. But he knew that he did her wrong, so he was saying what he had to, as he knew that he did something terrible. And a part of him, actually, didn't want to hurt her. Well, he didn't want to hurt her at all, but he just could not feel the same feelings that she had for him. But that didn't mean that he could not express himself in certain different ways. By apologizing like this. And I'm sorry, said Naruto. I know it doesn't mean much after all, I was gone for years. So do whatever you want. Punch me, hit me, do whatever you want. I'll take it. But I promise you, with everything I got, Kurenai, I would never, ever do this ever again. And if I do, you can consider my life forfeit, said Naruto. And trust me, I always keep my promises. Might not always been a good person, but I indeed keep my promises. So go ahead, said Naruto. But just so you know, I'll be here for you no matter what. As Naruto looked up at her, looking directly in her ruby eyes. As she looked down at him, before she leaned down and kissed him, as he kissed her back, and things escalated from there. In the flashback, Kurenai slowly opened her eyes as she saw those blue, deep blue ocean eyes looking back at her. A small smile curved on her face as she remembered. She then frowned. Well, waking up and frowning at seeing me is not really a good thing, is it, said Naruto. I miss you, you idiot, she said. And I wanted for you to be here once again. But I'm still pissed at you. I'm not that easy to forgive. Although, I understand. But still, I'm still angry. But, if you ever, and I mean ever, do something like this again, without confiding in me, I'm gonna hurt you in places that you never want to be hurting. And trust me, she said, she whispered towards his ear. You're gonna find out why they call me the Ice Queen of Konoha. Well, said Naruto, I will never, ever do that ever again. I swear to you. Talk is cheap. Let's see by your actions, she said. Meanwhile, that was going on at the household of Asuma Sarutobi. The place was a wreck, not because he just got into an altercation with someone. It was because of his frustrating anger. Asuma had just returned back home. The reason being he had watched Naruto. He had watched Naruto make his way towards Kurenai's apartment, and he did not come out back. Either Kurenai killed him, or they slept together. She forgave him and they slept together. Asuma's mind instantly believed the second one, and he was so angry. He was in a bad mood since the day began. Jealousy. Jealousy was something that would cause man to betray their best friend. And Asuma and Naruto was never really best friends. And knowing what Naruto did to Kurenai, the person that he was supposed to be with, the person that he had loved ever since he was a child, his anger, mixed with jealousy, just went overboard. As he broke his glass, he broke his window. He started to wreck everything in his house, taking out his frustration on the house because he could not on Naruto. As Naruto had defeated him twice now and humiliated him like he was nothing. And that started to rise his anger to no end. It started to piss him off. As he was destroying everything, unknown to him he was being watched by another root agent. Danzo had heard about the little altercation, and he decided to keep an eye on the young Sarutobi, because he might be useful in the future. Know that the Uzumaki was back, as Danzo did not even know about the little mission that Tsunade had sent Naruto on. But know that Naruto was back in the village. Danzo wanted the ace up his sleeve just in case the Uzumaki tried to do anything, as he was a rather eccentric one. So Danzo had to keep his eyes open, but for now he would remain in the shadows, as he would not pull any slight moves that would get him caught. That woman was a lot different from Sarutobi. She would not tolerate his little movements behind her back if she caught him, so he will have to play it safe. And not to mention, she and the Uzumaki got along very well, he could have little sway on her little movements. So Danzo had to be very careful, but young Sartobe had caught his eye with the anger that he had for the blonde. That could be a good thing in the future. Yes, something wonderful to use and play on. Time skip. Snazzy's eye was twitching as Naruto was currently sitting on her decks. He was not just sitting on the side, he was basically sitting in the center. As his legs were folded, as he was reading something. He was just doing this to piss her off, but she promised herself that she would not get rise to his taunts. He went too far when he placed a folder on top of her head to balance it, as she threw him right through the window. "You lasted longer than I thought," said Naruto as he came back. "What?" said Snazzy. "I'm timing your anger," said Naruto, "to see how long it would get you to be pissed off in certain situations. And pray tell, why exactly are you doing this?" "To be a good leader is to be patient with your subordinates," said Naruto. "So, you're lecturing me on being a good leader now? Well, I wasn't here for most of the time while you were leading, considering that I was in a top secret mission. So, I have to come and judge your leadership skills." "You know that you're not in charge here, right?" said Snazzy. "And not to mention, stop testing my envos. I have no idea what you're talking about." "Oh, so you didn't put on certain situations for my envos to find them and see how fast they can handle it? Like transforming yourself into a missing name and saying that you're gonna attack the village, or saying that you're gonna bomb the place. Why are you doing this?" As she went quiet. "Why? Are you trying to keep Konoha more protected? Is it because of Karen she acts?" "Not just her," said Naruto. "As you know, Bachan, I have a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies that want me dead. And I'm not just talking about the Akatsuki. A lot of criminal organizations that I haven't burned." "What do you mean you haven't burned?" "Well, there is the Yakuza, there is the Chomeis, there is the Katos, and there is the... Wait. How the hell do you get wrapped up in these organizations?" "Well, one thing led to another, and I kind of slept with each of the leader's daughters." "And let me guess, you left," said Snazzy. "Well, I didn't leave, I was called back by Orochimaru. But if you want to call that leaving, so I can say yeah, I did leave. And now they all want my head on a platter. And when I found out, I kind of burned some of their men alive." Snazzy sighed. She placed a hand in front of her face. "You know, sometimes I believe that you're more dangerous to keep around than take in." "Yeah, I believe so too," said Naruto. "But from what I can see, your envos is quite able to handle everything that comes your way. And I don't think that they will plainly come after me in Konoha. So you do think that they will come after you though?" "Well, in the future or so," said Naruto. "But they know what I'll do, so they will try some sneaky tactics." "And what exactly will you do?" "Well, they know me," said Naruto. "After all, I am a man that Gato fears. The big bad tyrant Gato." "Yeah, I heard about that," said Snazzy. "So you should know I'm not someone to be trifled with," said Naruto. "What? You trying to impress me, brat?" she said. "Of course not, you're the Hokage. I mean, you're the one in charge. Have you forgot that? You've been drinking lately," said Naruto as he poked her in the forehead. "Touch me again and die," she said. "Come on, Bachan, liven up," said Naruto, as he sat down on the couch. "Now, as I was saying, apart from then, I indeed have to worry about the Akatsuki. When is Jiraiya getting back?" "He's following up a lead on the Akatsuki." "There's no need," said Naruto. "I know where they are." "You what?" "Yes. And it's not something Jiraiya's gonna like." "What are you talking about?" "Do you remember when Jiraiya decided to break protocol and leave you and Orochimaru to train a few rain Genins?" "How do you know about that?" said Snazzy. "Did Jiraiya tell you?" "No," said Naruto. "Well, I don't really remember. You see, the both of us went on this bender. Yeah, I heard about that. And you terrorized the city, saying that you were going to destroy the Leaf if they did not make topless Mondays." "Oh, so you do know," said Naruto. "Yes, I know," she said. "Now get on with it." "As I was saying, one of these ninjas had the Rinnegan. I'm not sure which one of them. The Rinnegan, said Snetty. Yes. A dojutsu that was said to be erased from the world, but I guess it's here. From the studies that Orochimaru has gathered about it, it's said to be passed down from the Sage of Six Paths himself. The eyes that made him what he is, a god. Hoshirama, your grandfather, was known as a god among shinobi, but he was a base skull god, with those eyes. So these Rinnegans are quite powerful. So the Akatsuki is more dangerous than we thought then, she said. Yeah, said Naruto, but I bet I can take him. You know, sometimes I believe you're too overconfident for your own good. I'm just awesome, said Naruto. Would you finish explaining, said Tsunade. Oh yeah. Now they are bunkered up in the hidden rain. Orochimaru was contacted by one of the members. Spiky orange hair, piercings all over his face. He blasts Orochimaru with his jutsu without even moving a single step. He just blasts him away. And Orochimaru said that it was basically not a full power from what he could see. And it hurt like a bitch. So I know where they are. But if I tell Jerry about this, he's gonna go all crazy wanting to go there and speak to them. But if he does, he's gonna die. You believe that you're strong enough to kill Jiraiya? Oh yes, said Naruto. Perhaps he might win if he goes in prepared, but unprepared he will die. And he will not try to kill them because of his bond with them or something like that. Yeah, all that rubbish, but he should know that they're not the kids that he once knew. They hunted down Hanzo, the salamander, and they butchered him. But not just him, they slaughtered his entire family and everyone that knew Hanzo. They erased him entirely from the hidden rain, like he was never there to begin with. Where did you get all this information? Come on, Bachan. You know I'm all around, said Naruto. I have people here and there. Spill it, she said. Fine. Orochimaru told me, and some of the information I stole from Orochimaru. He didn't want me to go after this guy just yet because I was not powerful enough. But he believed I should be able to handle myself. Snather raised an eyebrow. He does. Just how powerful are you, she said. Well, think about it this way. I'm basically a god, said Naruto. Snather scoffed. What, don't believe me, said Naruto. Of course not. Now tell me more about this ninja, she said. Well, from what I know, his name is Pain. And he's able to master all the arts with the Rinnegan, from what Orochimaru says. And the jutsu that he uses is some kind of gravitational force that blows its opponent away. I figure that he can pull them in as well after all, if he can blow. He has to be able to suck, said Naruto. Snap the eyebrow and twitch the way he said that, in a sly way, but Naruto skipped over it rather quickly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if we head there and annihilate them, I think the Akatsuki will fall. And are you sure about this, said Tsunade. 100%, said Naruto. Can't go wrong with this advice. And this information. Tsunade sighed. And you want to go, don't you? Of course, said Naruto. Me and Jiraiya is gonna head out there. But first I'm gonna have to talk to him because I can't have him hesitating on our mission. Jiraiya is a Sanin. He will do what is necessary. Yes, he will, said Naruto, but these guys won't hesitate to kill him while he's talking. And if I'm there as well, things is gonna get nasty. And perhaps there will be a backlash with the hidden rain. Why do you say that? Well, didn't Gara tell you about my fight in the sand? Yes. I kept that to myself, said Tsunade. What exactly did you do? You petrified almost quarter of the sand there. As I said, Bachan, I've become a god, said Naruto. Right now you should be bowing at my feet. Tsunade eyebrow twitch. Can you take anything seriously? If life is too serious, it will be boring, said Naruto. So, have fun. That is a good part of being alive. She sighed. At least you being a pervert and annoying makes me know that you have this because you would be worried otherwise. Wouldn't you not, she said. Yep, said Naruto. So you know I got this, right? Fine, Jiraiya will be returning back in a week or so. Once he does, we'll talk about this some more. Alright then, said Naruto. Your call. But we need to do it quick before they decide to come here instead. What, said Snetty. But there is a chance that he might come here for me. After all, I kind of spoke to one of their spies and tell him to send his horse. You did what? Just the plant creature, said Naruto. He showed up after I defeated Vader and Sasuke and I told him to send his horse because they were nothing. So yeah. Snetty sighed as she gripped her head, as she was already feeling a pounding headache coming along. You know, if you weren't so valuable and important, I would lock you in prison. Because you've done so much things that would make you seem like you're a real enemy of the village. I know. But you love me too much, said Naruto. Come on, admit it. Admit it, he says. He got up. Bam! As Naruto was through the door. Love you too, he said. I'll tell someone that you need your door fixed. And with that he left. Snetty sighed as she sat down. Well, at least the brat, pervertness, and not to mention confidence, made her believe that everything would be fine. After what she had heard that he didn't understand. She knew that the Rinnegan user was powerful, but with both Naruto and Jiraiya taking on him, she didn't doubt that they would lose. At least she hoped not. As Naruto made his way to underground afterwards, the moment he arrived, he was surrounded by root ninjas. As Naruto simply waved them off as he kept on walking, they tried to stop him or say something, but he ignored them. I'm not here to fight, so be quiet, said Naruto. I already know where he is. As Naruto made his way down the hall to find Danzo, calmly resting on his throne. You look well for your age, said Naruto. Thought you'd have kicked the bucket by now. You should know that you should not presume anything in this world, Uzumaki, said Danzo. Maybe you might die before I do. Oh, is that a threat, said Naruto. Not exactly, said Danzo. As Naruto sighed. I saw your root ninjas sneaking around, and when I brought Karen home, I saw them, said Naruto, lurking at my compound, and you saw the new people I brought home. I get you're probably thinking that you can use them as leverage against me or something like that. And what makes you think I'll ever think of something like that? You know I've been kind to you, right, Danzo? And how have you been kind to me? Well, think about it. I've been down here before. We spoke in the past, remember? And I know about your root organization. And yet I haven't told the Hokage. And you have to know that we're really tight. And why haven't you, said Danzo? Because, unlike most people, I'm not really good, said Naruto. I mean, I am a good person, but I know the benefit of darkness. Sometimes you need to go pitch black, erasing your whole humanity to do certain things. After all, the world is not all sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you have to do what it takes to get the job done. So I see the benefits of your roots down here. They help keep Konoha stable, because you use them to do missions that normal ninjas cannot do, like sabotage, blackmails and all that. I know that you're fighting for the goodness of Konoha. If that wasn't the case, you'd have already been dead. Is that a threat, Danzo asks. No, I'm stating the obvious. I would have come down here and start by slaughtering your root ninjas. Then I would have killed you a couple of times and then, yeah, ripped off your head. So that's pretty much it, said Naruto. But you're in for the long run, Danzo. Although you're not Hokage, you're still beneficial to the leaf. That is why I haven't told Bachin about you. Because you're not trying to go after her job like Harrison, because she would crush you. I mean, she's not that soft. If she's know that you're up to no good, if she even smell a whiff of it, she would be down here to crush and annihilate your forces with her envoys. That is why I don't want to start a conflict in a leaf, like a civil war and all that. Well, not that you can really call these what you have done here a threat of civil war. Not saying that they aren't powerful, but it's just that I'm here. You're way too cocky, Uzumaki. No, it's not that I'm cocky, you see, said Naruto. It's just that I've realized lately, I'm not normal. And I'm never gonna be normal. If you know what I know, Danzo, you'd understand, but let's not go into details. As I was saying, you're beneficial for Konoha. And you know about the Akatsuki, I presume. I mean, why do I even have to ask you? Well, Hanzo of the Salamander is dead. I know that you had some dealings with him back a few years ago. But now, I don't know if you know this, but there's a new person taking over there. I want you to send some of your root flunkies here to go and investigate for me. From what I've heard from Orochimaru, they cannot directly sneak in because the rain is saturated with chakra. He tried. Well, he used some of his own sound ninjas in the past, but they failed and they died. So don't let them be found out because we wouldn't want to bring that threat to Konoha right now. I can handle it, but it would be too much colossal destruction. Prefer to go to his village and handle out our little issues. So, on Sundays, Rain take a break. Inform your guys if they're caught. They should just erase themselves immediately. I mean, kill themselves. Seeing that the leader of the Rain would try to probe their mind. And if he ever knew that you're the one, Danzo, he would be here knocking at our doors. So, have your little flunkies move out, said Naruto. I'll be back for the information. What makes you presume that I work for you, Uzumaki? I never said that. Come on, said Naruto. I'm not trying to boss you around or anything. I mean, I'm not like threatening you or saying that I'm gonna tell Snazzy if you don't do what I say. Because I don't do that. As I said, Danzo, you're beneficial to the leaf. Because we both want the same thing. Protection of the leaf. I've already killed Orochimaru, showing my loyalty to the leaf is confirmed. You show your loyalty in the past and in twisted ways, but you're loyal. So, continue being beneficial for the leaf. Otherwise, I mean, I won't need you around. And let me guess, you get rid of me, said Danzo. Well, you said it. I didn't, said Naruto. So, we good? Crystal, said Danzo. Alright then, said Naruto, as he started to walk away. Be back soon. Danzo smashed his fist on his throne. How dare that insignificant brat walk into his place, demanding things of him like it was just so casual. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, Danzo. He said to himself, as he was starting to lose it. But for right now, he could not do the brat anything. He already know about the individuals that he got in the village. And if push comes to shove, he will use them as hostage. But for now, he would keep the peace. He was also interested in this new uprising, his dealings with Hanzo had cut a long time ago. But there should be no nation out there with power to rival Konoha. None! As he made a single gesture as its roots, four of them landed in front of him. It's top. Spy team. Information need to be gathered, he said to them. Time skip. At the Uzumaki compound. And what exactly do you want? I'm here to see Naruto. Let me guess. One of his concubines. Said Teiwaya. One of his what? Said Temari. Well, people who are usually here to see him, especially the female gender, has been sleeping around with him. And let me guess, you're one of the new ones. One of his latest sluts. Excuse me, said Temari. Don't mind her, said Kin. Her vocabulary is a bit vulgar. As Teiwai glared at her, but Kin simply shrugged her off. My name is Kin. Uzumaki. Wait, Uzumaki? Yes. Naruto has adopted us into his clan. Along with Teiwai Uzumaki here. How may we help you? As I said, I was looking for Naruto. You're from the Sand. Oh, I presume that you're his friend from the Sand that he helped out. You remember Teiwaya? Oh, the Sand bitch. As Tamar clenched her fists. Oh, I have nothing against you, Sand bitch, said Teiwaya. Tamar eye twitched. Stop referring to me as that. What, a bitch? What's wrong with the word? I said stop it. Kin sighed. She turned her head to see Naruto. As the two girls turned their head. "Oh, don't mind me," said Naruto as he was currently sitting down, and he had a bag of popcorn in his hand. "I'm just waiting for this girl fight." "We're not gonna be fighting," said Temari, as her eye twitched. Boring," said Naruto, as he sealed away the bag and got up. "Temari," said Naruto as he moved towards her and pulled her into a hug. Before she could say anything, she blushed a bit. "See, sandwich," said Tiawan, as Temari's eye twitched once more. "Let me get you away from here before the two of you end up in a hassle." "Or should I?" said Naruto. "I mean," as a smile came on his face, "you know you two should really go at it. I mean, shirtless. It's a really hot day, so why not talk shirtless? It's a good thing to do." "Naruto," said Temari, in a rough tone. Yeah, said Naruto. "I'll see you guys later," as he walked off with Temari. "Do you think she's gonna be a part of our family?" said Kin. "How the hell should I know?" said Tiawan. "Come on, I'm hungry. Let's go find something good to eat." As they made their way, Karen was currently at the office as she was speaking to Snavy. As Karen had a rather unique bloodline, Snavy was shocked by that. And with her blood they could make so many medical advancements. It was amazing. As Naruto and Temari were walking to the village, "You should have told me," said Temari. "I mean, I wasn't from your village. I could have helped." "I didn't want to get you into any trouble," said Naruto. "I mean, it was a top secret. But pretending to be an enemy for so long. But I'm sure the news has spread by now." "Well, see for yourself," said Naruto as he looked around, as he saw the people waving at him and smiling. They heard the good news that he killed Orochimaru, one of the Leaf's most dangerous machinations. In their eyes, he sacrificed 2.5 years of his life, pretending to be a scoundrel, in order to protect them all, as they saw him as more of a hero than he left. As they waved at him, they smiled at him, as Naruto showed Temari around even though she has been here before, but she allowed him. As they walk, they talk about random things as they caught up. As they made their way to bump into Sakura and Sasuke. "Ah, Sasuke, haven't seen you in a few days," said Naruto, as he looked to see Sakura beside him. "How have you two been?" "We've been quite alright," said Sasuke. "Don't tell me you're still pissed at me hanging you up," said Naruto. "Not just pissed, livid," said Sasuke. You don't look too angry right now," said Naruto. "Sakura, it seems like you got yours." What are you talking about?" "Oh, come on, don't try to hide it. You're glowing," said Naruto, as she touched her face. "What's going on?" said Temari. "Oh, they slept together," said Naruto. "She's been wanting for a long time. She was like a hound dog, hounding after him, but now she finally got her sweet relief." "How was it?" said Naruto. Sasuke's eye went wide as he realized he had told Sakura that he hadn't done it before. He didn't know why he did that. It was just that they were talking and she was talking about her first time, and she said that he was happy to share her first time with him on his first time as well. And he did not correct her. But Naruto did not know that, so he was going to bring up Emiko. As Sasuke stared at him, but Naruto was not looking at him. I mean, it was Sasuke's first time, so how was he? Was he bad? Sasuke blinked in surprise, hearing Naruto say that. Well, Sakura said, her cheeks burning red. He was not bad one bit. So, don't try to undermine him just because you're a sex hound. Temari, you can do better, said Sakura. As Temari blushed a bit, feeling a bit awkward after all. She wasn't used to this thing, neither was Sakura. She was gonna burst in any moment. Well then, we should be on our way, said Sasuke. We'll catch up with you guys soon. As he walked past Naruto, and gave Naruto a nod of his head. Respect for not blowing his cover. As Naruto pumped 2 fists to his chest, before giving Sasuke a peace salute. As they separated, you're always embarrassing me, said Temari. What are you talking about, said Naruto. You and your little antics, she said. As she calmed herself. Come on, you're more outspoken than this. Not when it comes to these things, she said. Hey, as she gripped him by the shirt. Don't you dare tell anyone about us or discuss our activities, alright? Naruto leaned forward and kissed her right on the lips. As she blushed even more, they were in public. As the both of them pulled back. Don't worry, dear, said Naruto. I won't. You're like my precious little flower, and spilling that secret will not only hurt you, but me as well. As Naruto felt like he was being watched as he was walking with her. And indeed he was being watched as Asuma was on the roof, looking down. As he saw Naruto with this another girl, and he just kissed her as well. Asuma's mind was so foggy right now and angry that he neglected to realize that Naruto was the last member of his clan, and in order to repopulate it he must be wed to several different girls. But his mind was too angry to really think about that right now. But he was still pissed at Naruto, insanely pissed. Jealousy was a dangerous weapon after all. Meanwhile that was going on, the Jinchuriki has killed Orochimaru and returned back to the Hidden Leaf. This is good, said Nagato as he was speaking through Tendo Pain. Now that he's within the leaf, back, an inch of the leaf, we will have our opportunity to get what we want, while he's no longer hiding with his sneak. So all this time he was just playing Orochimaru, said Konan. Yes, it would seem that way. Once he got the opportunity, he took him down. Now the sneak is no more. Well, at least he got rid of one of our problems. But he took out Deidara and sorcery. And with sorcery intel gone to us, that does not matter right now. I will be the one to go after the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. He will be my capture, said Pain. He will fall to my hands, just like the others. Have you given Kisame and Itachi their new mission detail? Yes. Kakazo and Hidan. They should be on their way as we speak. As Pain nodded at that, dismissed, he said. As Zetsu went away, as Konan and Pain opened their eyes, as they were back in the hidden rain. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki has grown stronger than we thought, said Konan. I am not doubting your skills, but from what Zetsu reported back with his fight with Deidara and sorcery, yes, he has grown stronger than we thought. But it does not matter. In front of my powers he will fail, just like the others. We've reached so close, Konan. There's nothing that will stop us now. As he walked off, seemingly done with the conversation, but Konan was worried from the report that Zetsu had brought back. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki was dangerous, but Pain was not considering that. He believed that he was a god and no one could harm him, or even come close to harming him. But she was worried that that was gonna be his undoing. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki was cocky as well, but his power was alarming from the transformations. Whatever he has been through, she was worried as she kept a keen eye on Nagato. As she sighed, but she has always believed in him. This was no point for her to give up on him. So she decided to keep quiet about it. Time skip. Jiraiya returned back to the village. As he returned to the office, Tsunade was just filling him in on what Naruto told her, as she had sent for Naruto some time ago. What? Said Jiraiya as he sat down. It's all true, said Naruto as he came in. How long have you known about this, brat? Not too long, said Naruto. But even if I had known a long time ago, I wouldn't have told you. Why? Said Jiraiya. Because you'd have gone after them and done something stupid and getting yourself killed. You can't reason with them, said Naruto. The children that you once knew, they're gone, trust me. From what Orochimaru has encountered and said about them, they're long gone. They have a new goal now, and no matter what you say, you're not gonna change them. But we have to end them. That is the only way I see us getting rid of the Akatsuki. And if you're too emotional to go along with that, I'm gonna go myself, because I want this whole Akatsuki business to be over with. You won't be going alone, said Jiraiya. I'll be going as well. But you said something that doesn't make any sense. You said that he has orange hair and piercings, right? Yes. Crazy enough. From the way Orochimaru described him, he kind of looked like me. Several things don't make sense, said Jiraiya. I was told that they were killed, and not to mention, the one that you're speaking about is Yaiko, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah? And what if he is Yaiko, said Naruto. Well, Nagato is the one that possessed the Rinnegan. No, that's a bit off-putting. But maybe Nagato died and Yaiko took his eyes. Or maybe he killed him for it. No, he wouldn't do that. But something must have happened. I need to go in and find out some information about what is going on. No, said Tsunade. As Jiraiya turned towards her, Naruto is going with you. But I'm the better spy master here. I said, Naruto is going with you. If this guy's as dangerous as he sounds, you going in by yourself is suicide. At least I can know that Naruto will make judgments that don't rely on emotions too much. Are you saying I don't have a control of my emotions, said Jiraiya. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying a split second can get you killed. So that is why he's going with you. This is not a request. As Jiraiya narrowed his gaze, before he took in a breath and release. Fine, he said. Look, said Tsunade, I know this is a sensitive subject for you. But rushing in there unprepared and without help can get you killed. So just take him along, alright? Alright, fine, said Jiraiya. I'll bring the kid along and get this whole thing sorted out. But before we fight, I want to talk to them, to see if I can at least reason with them first. You do you, said Naruto. I'll just prepare to fight while you're talking, but I'll give you your time. Jiraiya nodded. Alright then, he said. As both of them looked towards Tsunade. Now, she said. Better time than any, said Naruto. You just keep the village under control until I come back. You can at least do that, right? As Tsunade's eyes started to twitch. Come on, Toots. Don't twitch upon me now, said Naruto. Hey, Perfect Sage. Yeah? Is it me or has our chest size grown? I mean, I remember that it was 106. You know, I think you're onto something, kid. As Jiraiya pulled out a tape measure, as him and Naruto stepped closer, the people of Konoha heard a scream as they saw two individuals flying over the village. Back in the office as Tsunade sat down, she released a breath. That brat always know how to calm down a situation rather easily. Be safe, you two, she thought to herself. As Naruto made his way back in the village to inform Karen and the others that he was leaving on a mission. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see next parts and do, like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on the bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.